Right, welcome back. I've promised you about the fire assessment, and to measure the stress, we're going to apply this in practice, and I'll give you an example of how to do so. So the perspective of the fire assessment is one of like a pre-assessment which you do early in the process. You are trying to measure the feasibility of a business. It is the introduction to the viability, which is a requirement to investigate the affairs of the business. And in the end, I link it back to, do we have a business as a test? That is the main question. Do we have a business? Do we still have a business? So to summarize, it's a sense making of the causality, what caused the distress, and the severity of the distress. And it's as a first glance, it's early in the process that we apply this so that it can eventually inform the feasibility or the opportunity of the distressed venture. Right, so here's the fire assessment. Important, let's look at the 12 elements that we're going to judge, and I will show you how it is scored. Normally you can see there, this is what we are talking about. Disagree, somewhat agreement, definitely clear agreement. So the first one is demand for the venture's offering is dwindling, and you must make that judgment. No, slowly, quickly. 1, 3, 5. I've given it a 3 there, as you can see, and it's for a specific business. The second one, the venture experienced cash shortages or for its basic operations. No, from time to time is different from long periods, and I've given it a 3, and you can see that it is a different point that you have to include the mark. Number 3, new competitive offerings appeared in the market. No, expecting soon. Yes, already. And there I've given it a 4 because it's like in between a 3 and a 5. It's already happening. And you have that option of using a 2 or so, a 4. Then number 4, the margins. Margins deteriorated. You can look at gross profit margins, operating profit margins, net profit margins, whatever is available to you, and you can make the judgment. No, they're still the same. We're seeing signs of deterioration or faster than usual. Number 5, competitors serving similar positioning are doing well. They are serving the same market segments. They're doing the same job that you want to do with your product, and you make a judgment on that. Number 6, general capacity underutilization. You can there look at products, maybe hours worked or anything else that you use for capacity measurement. That is possible. No, a little or a lot. Number 7, lost the apparent advantage with which it competed. People think that they have a competitive advantage, but now they don't have it anymore, and that judgment is quite important. Stock levels fluctuated. That can increase or decrease. We see both of them indicating a level of distress. No, they are the same. There's a little change or a lot. Again, 1, 3, 5. Then number 9, offering is subject to disruptor effects. Now there are many disruptors in the market, like online, things that we do differently in the market. Supply chains are changing. How is that influencing your business? Very important one, number 9. Not now, slowly or rapidly. Number 10, already caught up in appropriation capacity legacy, rigidity. So you look at the business and you see that they've made available provision for a lot of resources, or technically equipment, machines, or whatever, and now it's standing there like dead. You can't use it. That is when you have capacity which you cannot use. Then number 11, currently, creditors can't be paid on time. There you can see I don't have the 2 in the middle there. I just want to have a yes and a no. And the same with number 12. Over the next 6 months, all creditors might not get paid. Then you add up all those figures there. That is a 18. And then the other one is a 31. And you can see that I have a negative value in there because that informs the next slide. So once we have that score of 18 minus 31, we then apply it onto this diagram. And you will see I'm always using 18 is walking to the elevator and then going up or down with the elevator. And if we then plot it, we can see that 18 minus 31 falls in that area of G. Okay, so F and G would be the important areas that we have to look at, and that is informed by the next slide. So here it's visible. If we look at the bottom of the diagram, of the picture diagram, you see F and G, mostly in G. The company is already illiquid and insolvent already, and possible liquidation area. It's operating in the zone of insolvency, and that is no good. Even if you look at F, the venture is already in a crisis, so we are seeing that we are beyond the crisis already. So this part of the information informs the previous slide. In this slide is just the same as the previous two, but I've put them onto one slide for you to do an easy comparison of the areas and how they are functioning for you. You will see here at the bottom that I have available there dots, so you can move the dots to the point where it is necessary. So again, now we have to answer this question. Is there a reasonable prospect of saving this business? Is there a venture opportunity? And can you visualize that venture opportunity? And those are the two key elements that we have to consider. In the end, the position on the fire assessment map will help us to determine how these things come together.